tower. 2 dead heroes. That was the Dragon Knight as well as the Coddle getting picked off. And Rattlesnake now going to shift down. They're not done yet. I think, are they just going to roll through all the towers? I mean, they have a big gold advantage. Their net worth is obscenely far ahead. Their hero level is, I assume, going to be pretty equivalent here. Yeah, Gyrocopter and TA, as well as the Naga Siren are sitting really well. And they've even got Arcane Boots on Earthshaker, so their mana's knocking them out of here.
He's actually so farmed. Sagam has played this game nearly perfectly as an Earthshaker.
Yeah, he really has.
He's got no deaths, he's got 2 kills, 6 assists, and his fissure setups have just been beautiful. His positioning has been fantastic. That Echo Slam hit 2 heroes. He's just done such a good job this game. And another fissure.
Ooh, great ulti by Icy, trying to counter-initiate here.
Lowe's got his ult in 1 second.
Ooh, they're coming in. There it is. Here comes Echo Slam, dropping down. Rubik goes down. Super as well is going to drop. A ulti lands on everybody. Just got to get him to about 10%, and they are going to fall. QQQ is going to drop for sure.
They're going to chase this too.
Oh yeah, if the missile comes in.
Oh, he's got a haste rune actually.
Yeah, the Ice Blast is going to run out, so he's going to be just fine. But they will be able to take a tier 2 tower because of this setup here. It wasn't looking super good for them off the start because the Shackle with the Breathe Fire put Luo down to pretty low HP, but man, once you drop the Naga ulti, just the rest of your team fight combos just set up so nicely. And even the A wasn't there. He had an extra 5 seconds or so to channel out his ulti. It's really nice. And
he actually does a really smart job just keeping burning off the tower, and Sagam walking in, getting that Echo Slam off. Luo, that call down just came off CD too. It was just kind of a perfect mix of things. And that's the Wombo combo we were talking about, right? The Naga sleeps, the Earthshaker ults, the AA ults, the call down comes down, everything just hit down.
Really good team fight from them. So they didn't take the tier 2 tower at least. They backed off, playing it safe. Often tier 2s are pretty hard to take in the early game with any amount of counter push, but if we do some item checks on the Dire team, we actually do have an Arcane Boots up on Rubik. So despite a little bit of a rough start, 3 deaths on him, he's at least got enough mana pool to be able to cast spells. And the other heroes, we've got Boots and a Headdress on the Keeper of the Light. How's Alchemist doing? We haven't watched him a bit. He is going for a Shadowblade build, so Treads into Claymore is going to require people to at least have Dust when they gank him later, but most importantly, he will be able to initiate with this and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Burning actually opting not to come to fights yet. I think just because he's so far behind. Lanham getting initiated on. Oh,
the Acid Spray. There's the stun. Actually, he's going to stay inside of it. There's the call down. MMY might be able to avoid this. No TA. Oh, A ulti comes in. Burning's going to get cleaned up. Lanham's really low, but he pops his next refraction. Super taking right clicks. Throws down the poison. It is burning through the refraction charges, but it doesn't matter. A simple meld right click and DK drops.
They keep trying to go on Lanham. He keeps getting both refractions off. Not taking any damage. I mean, look at the rest of the Rattlesnake team. They just kind of waltz in after Lanham soaks up the majority of the damage, and DK is so underfarmed at this point. Burning has no farm. He actually was kind of getting close to his Shadowblade, but now he's so far away. And the worst thing about this game, look at Super's farm. Just, I mean, his items alone. He's got a Bracer, a Bottle, a Wand, Boots, and 250 gold. Those are about, like,
and his helmet is ugly.
6-7 minute items.
His helmet isn't that cool either. I mean,
it's really not baller tier. It's really disappointing.
It's not. Well, he's got 41 CS. I mean, it was a tough lane. He's got the CS, but dying 4 times just puts you really far behind. I think they're thinking about smoking here. They're grouping up in kind of a weird place. Can they even make the kills? They don't even have Dragon Knight ulti now, so how are they going to initiate? They don't even have a good way to start to set things up. It's pretty much telekinesis into Alchemist stun and pray for the best, but it's just so tough now. Even if they get a good initiation, if Naga Siren isn't the person getting killed, she's going to pop her ulti and she's going to stop things, the stun durations will end, and Rattlesnake's going to be able to position in a much better spot.
Yeah, and Luo actually going to have his BKB and 1,300 gold on top of that. That is crazy farm, Kevin.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they can't stop it. All of their damage is pretty much magic. They don't have any physical at the moment. It's like poison damage from the Elder Dragon form, and that's honestly about it. So Luo's going to be more or less invincible. On the bright side, he has no mana right now, so that's going to limit him slightly. But with the Meld Strike and a lot of minus armor coming out of that, they're going to grab the Aegis, put on the TA, and she's going to grab a Yasha next, so going for the movement speed build.
Yeah, actually, this is really good. Just the sheer mobility that she's getting out of this means that team fights are going to be really fluid for her, and it's going to be difficult to lock her down as well. And just the ability to kind of like close in distance without having to use the Blink Dagger, with a lot more DPS coming out of the Yasha.
Well, they will right-click the tower, but there's the Naga ulti. Good into setup. People, Super's running for his life. He does get caught. They want to go on ROTK first. Apparently, he's got a DD. He's going to come through. Fissure lands. ROTK goes down. Can they finish off QQQ? Naga Siren in some trouble. She needs to pop the regen, but there is another Breathe Fire. They're able to clean up the Coddle as well. Rattlesnake not quite done diving. Naga Siren TPing back to base. She has done her job, a little bit of HP and some setup. They only killed 2 heroes there, but even still, 2 heroes is an advantage they're happy to take, and they might be able to take the tier 2 as a result.
Yeah, the scary thing here is that LAN-M has a ton of farm, Luo has a ton of farm. They don't actually need the Naga to actually really have items, so she's opting to get the mech, and I really agree with this decision, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they realize she's the utility at this point. You don't really need her to have farm. You just kind of need her to throw down the ultimate, and the damage will come from the Templar Assassin and Luo playing the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, even landing the Riptide on a lot of the support heroes can be insane because of the Flak Cannon combo. If they just reduce the armor of all the supports by 5 or 6 or something like that, and the Flak Cannon cleaves through, talking about a lot of dead supports. And these are the definition of squishy supports. Both Rubik and Coddle have very, very low armor gains.
Yeah, and Sagam, he's on a roll. He's 4-0-10. Even picks up the Urn of Shadows and a Magic Stick, and he's got 1,800 gold at this point. This is unreal farm for an Earthshaker.
He's almost got Blink, and it's 18 minutes. I mean, the guy hasn't died yet. It's looking really, really good. Arcane Boots are fantastic, of course. And I just don't see them stopping the push anytime soon. 300 gold away for a Naga Siren finishing his mech. And, man, how are they going to burst through this? Their damage sources are honestly limited to, like, Coddle Blast. It's like their bread and butter at the moment. They've got Coddle Blast and Breathe Fire and a Power Shot. And Fade Bolt, I guess. A lot of magic, but if you can survive the burst, they've got nothing else.
Yeah, I think he's going to pick up his mech, and they are going to group up and try to push. Sagam actually going to go top. I think he's going to Fissure, try to farm out his Blink Dagger the rest of this. Maybe they're just going to wait on the Blink Dagger. It's not too necessary. Sagam really showing the benefit of a support, not necessarily needing farm.
Oh, my game just crashed. Sorry about that, guys. We'll just watch the stream. It's going to be fine.
Are people going insane over how cool I am, Kevin?
I think that's definitely what we're talking about right now.
Wow, I'm so excited about this.
And you can see
nobody ever talks about how cool I am, but that's the underrated factor.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Kawa's not even here at the desk.
It's fine, guys. You can tell we read stream chat.
I don't. People are really mean to me.
4th time on record, Naga Siren has built a mechanism in a program. That's pretty cool. Nope, we do not want to join that. Let's just reconnect on in.
Kawa just like went to the kitchen, comes back, realizes
my
that
game crashed.
Fell apart.
Fun stuff. That's okay. We're loading back in. Sorry about that, guys. I'm watching Blitz's screen, and we have missed
crazy
nothing.
things happen.
Oh, man.
Everybody died.
Aegis Steel, 4 Divine Rapiers, Templar. Wow, is that a Sanjin Yasha Templar Assassin?
Wow, I can't believe they all just said Blitz
kidding.
is the best player.
Yeah, they just, all the Chinese, they all chatted. They're like, guys, you're the best. Best casting.
Handsomest. Best looking Asian guy in the world.
Okay, there we go. We're back in. Sorry about that, guys.
And that's actually an SNY Templar Assassin.
It is actually. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's the purple swords. Makes him run fast. He can do some slow. Some of these, there's not that many disables. Okay, there's a pretty good amount of disables, but the slow can be quite useful. ult to come into the bot lane. Can they shut down Bernie? He did finish his Ghost Scepter. I'm sorry, his Shadow Blade just now, and he's going to retreat. Has a level 2 ulti. In the meantime, Rattlesnake has been able to take a tower on the top lane. That's a tier 2.
Yeah, and Sagam actually has his Blink Dagger. He's getting really close to that level 11 ultimate, which is going to just put out so much damage. I actually think they should wait for him to get the level 11 and then try to just barrel down through mid. You're getting close. Pick it up. And it's actually a lot easier now to get level 11, and there it is.
Yep, picks up level 11. A little bit of extra magical damage. Echo damage, I believe, is physical, if I'm not mistaken. So, kind of a cool little combo there. And he picks up Sentry Wards. I mean, he honestly doesn't need a new item for the rest of the game. This is literally your core. Even the Urn is not necessary. Once you grab Arcane and Blink, you're happy. You're like, okay, whatever, I'll buy all the wards for the rest of the game. I'll buy gems. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's obviously great to have like a Veil or an Aghanims, but you just don't need it. ALT can be a little bit wasted on the mid lane, which is a bit of a hurt because 45 seconds on cooldown here, but they will be able to continue to push mid and hopefully for them take a tower.
Yeah, and the big thing about this is the Earthshaker's net worth is higher than the Windrunner and the Dragon Knights.
What?
I'm not lying, man.
That's their mid hero, man. Supports for the ages, man. It's so fun to play support this well.
Yeah,
I wish I knew what that was like.
And Icy's gonna pick up a Vid Booster. I really like this build. Just getting a lot of tankiness and HP, and just making it so that you can survive to get the sleep off no matter what.
Yeah.
They're actually going to base push for this. I think this is a bit of a scary
ulti.
idea, unless
Here
Icy
comes.
just ults.
All right, here comes the setup. They're going to be going for the 2 support here, Super as well as MOI. Here comes the call down. Here comes the remove. Oh, the Blink Echo. Perfect timing. Super doesn't get to do anything there.
And the
Man.
fissure lands and blocks them off.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, that was so well done. Seg M playing absolutely amazing. They're going for the tier 3 racks. There's the split as Burning is trying to contest this, but he can't do anything here. Aegis is reclaimed in 3 seconds. Here comes about to time out. Luo has an Eagle Song on top of his BKB. He's so far ahead. If he gets evasion, there is no way this guy is going to die in a team fight.
Yeah, Burning stunning himself. He opted to go for that Shadow Blade build just because he was doing so poorly. And Shadow Blade allows you to fight, initiate in fights, but it doesn't do a whole lot for stopping pushes.
And they're just sitting right outside of the acid spray, going back in, popping the refraction. Melee Barracks is going to fall. Great shackle shot, actually putting some together. Luo is getting pretty low. There's the telekinesis. Another great fissure. This guy's blocked in completely. A ulti comes in, and MMY is going to drop. Melee Barracks is down as well. Luo's right-clicking fountains for some AoE damage. A stun's going to land actually right on top of Icy, but he's got quite a bit of HP left over. Super follows up. Will they be able to burst down? One hero from Rattlesnake. I don't even know. There's another fissure. RTK going down. Sagam goes in. Great chain stunning as well. We'll see another stun. Nope. Another one stun on Burning. No, it's actually going on Lan-M, but Lan-M is so tanky with the Sanjin Yasha. He's got a Helm of the Dominator on top of this. Guy's got 1,700 max HP. How are they supposed to kill these heroes?
Yeah, at this point, the damage just isn't there. Burning doesn't really do a whole lot. He has to go for a more defensive build, picking up a Plate Mail and an Ogre Club. And Super, the hero that you'd like to see more farm on, he's just finished Shreds, and he's got 700 gold.
Wow.
The worst thing about this is they're losing team fights, and it's not like DK's picking up any other items that are making them stronger.
Yeah, if you have to do things like buyback and do everything you can to stop. That was a buyback on Windrunner. No one else on DK had to purchase back, but she literally just has a mech bottle wand. A lot of regen bursts, but very, very little damage output past her base skills.
Yeah, and losing that tower, you're just going to give up so much more farm. Naga Siren actually going to pick up a Blink Dagger. That makes the initiation
Wow.
just impossible for DK to deal with. That means the sleep's going to hit everyone, and they can pick and choose the fight that they want to take.
Yeah, basically she's going to look more at positioning rather than forcing things. They're going to be less able to split up as the initiation comes. Just if they're grouped, Blink ulti, or ulti blink more like so, or more expected here. And then they can just follow it up with Earthshaker and all these other combos. Their coordination has honestly been great so far.
Yeah. They've actually played this lineup almost perfectly, and it's all
I agree.
started and ended with Sagem. He's landed absolutely beautiful fissures this entire game. When he went into Echo and blew everything off, most people just kind of fissured like right where they are.
Yep.
But he sees the line, blocks off Burning from being able to get the stun off, cuts the team in half, and he's just done that all game.
Has this guy died yet? I don't think he has. Yeah, 5-0 and 13. Oh my gosh. Perfect support coming out of this guy. Ogre Club now picked up. Why not get a BKB, right? I mean, if you can stop their magic nukes, you're invincible as a support Earthshaker, so go for it. Maybe it's for punching. I don't know. It does give him more damage.
At this point, it doesn't really matter too much what they get. I mean, Lanham has 3k on top of his overfarmed hero. Luo has picked up his Butterfly, and he's got a Morbid Mass, just doing so well on himself. And here comes the base push.
Yep, they're going to try to initiate here. Luo has Butterfly. Evasion.
They have to be careful of that Naga Sleep Blink.
Can they stop it? It's a vitality booster up on her as well, so even more HP. She ended up selling her bracer. A little bit of gold on that, but they're spread out currently. Burning can TP from the top lane at least. He is getting some much needed farm, kind of close to a BKB. They might initiate. There it is. There's the Blink ulti. Grab two heroes in an okay position. Will they do a fissure on both of them? Maybe an Echo Slam. Yeah, he is going to do a fissure on two. There's the first initiation. Burning gets stunned actually, and he's going to blink out. Great escape there from the Earthshaker. Luo, and no threat of dying just yet. Godlike streak. Here comes the stun. He's actually a bit out of position here. He needs the lifesteal and BKB, but he hasn't been able to get it off yet. There's the BKB. Echo Slam doing some AoE damage, but no stun there. Right clicks on Burning. They're just going to have to sacrifice Rod Cave for this one, and they do take out the kill, but Luo's still pretty low. Burning his charging up his stun as well. Who's he going to throw it on? Anybody? Nope. But it's fine. He's got a lot of HP.
Yeah, and actually, Luo doesn't die. That was the craziest thing I've seen.
He was really low, but man,
He
Butterfly
was in the
paid
center
off.
of everything, too.
Yeah.
But he had a 15 charge wand, pops that, just kind of runs away. He is being earned, and I think they're going to take this Roshan and then just go straight back bottom.
they really focused on heroes in that team fight. And Naga Siren obviously jumped in pretty fast, but it wasn't really the best initiation. I don't think Sagam necessarily expected the creeps to spawn at that point either. He could have gone for an Echo Slam to do some good burst damage, but I think they did what they could with that fight. It wasn't exactly perfect situations, but it doesn't matter. Rattlesnake is so far ahead. If you look at the graph, 20k and climbing for gold. EXP is also at a similar number, so they're just going to take another rush on here. More gold advantage. Rattlesnake, Gyrocopter grabs the Aegis, and here comes another push bot.
Yeah, and Luo actually, he's got 3k on top of him, and LANM has a Reaver, and so it's not like that fight didn't gain them anything. And on the flip side, Super has actually lost money, and Burning has picked up some farm, but at the cost of the rest of his team.
The fact that they're playing this out, man, these Chinese teams do not give up at all. They are so far behind, but they're still playing it out. I mean, it's a 27-minute treads bracer on your Dragonite solo mid.
Count on Burning. You can do it.
I just don't know. Is this a Satanic on TA? I mean, you can. You're so far ahead. If you get a Satanic, you are unkillable. I mean, you can't just two-shot people like you sometimes enjoy.
ROTK going to get blown up.
BKB, Rocket Barrage, easy kill there. Burning as well is going to go into melee range, but this guy doesn't want to die just yet. Tier 3 tower is going to finish. There's a Sentry Ward being placed down, and now the melee barracks being threatened.
Yeah, and they're just barreling down. Icy still has his ultimate. They have to be careful of that. Super going to rush in, represent some sort of threat, I guess, but the ult does get popped. DK doing a good job of staying spread, but Burning and Super are going to get stunned out.
Wow, the magic damage on the Dragonite just killed him so fast. BKB on Burning's going to buy him a second. Throws a stun on Lua to run for his life, but the right clicks from TA are pretty scary. Luckily for him, they did not have a gem yet, but that just means the melee barracks is going to get focused here. And that's going to be the end of the game. So RTK is going to call a good game. That is going to be it. Man, boy, did they snowball things. That was super impressive. Just absolutely stomping all of their lanes. They got an insane amount of farm. They had great setup as well with the Naga Siren ulti. I just really loved how all of their wombo combo came through. 30-4 Rattlesnake versus DK. Both of our desk casters are wrong. This was not a 2-0 for DK. And the team that was at the top of the group taking some more losses, which is pretty surprising. 28-minute game, absolutely well played by Rattlesnake, and pretty fun to watch that one. So let's throw it over to the desk, guys. What did you think about that game?
The other desk. Welcome back. Blitz, it seems like it's a new age of parity in Chinese Asian Dota. Every team is beating other teams. There's no top dog right now. LGD China's losing games, DK's losing games, Rattlesnake's winning games that you'd think maybe they wouldn't. RNG Sports, up and down, LGD.int, the same thing. There is not one single team in the Eastern scene that is consistently on top, and you compare this to 4 or 5 months ago, it was always IG, it was always LGD China, just a step or two behind them. Boy, things have really changed.
Yeah, coming so closely to international, everyone's just kind of playing with a little bit more intensity, and it doesn't... The one thing I was kind of worried about, not going to lie, was how teams are going to treat this, you know?
Yeah.
Do we want to give this our all, coming so closely to international, kind of reveal our hands, what we have planned? But it looks like nobody's holding anything back, and I actually think the one knock I have on DK as a team as a whole is they're not very creative. You play that really standard style where you set up farm for Burning, and it kind of leaves you open to strategies like this where Rattlesnake can just abuse you because they know what you're going to do almost every game.
They do, and I mentioned when we were introducing Rattlesnake, you can look at these player cards all you want. End of the day, they mean nothing as far as the signature heroes because this is a very creative team, a team that's not afraid to experiment. Maybe they don't have the best individual skill, although they're certainly not lacking in that department. I don't think it's their strong suit particularly, but they're versatile. They're hard to draft against, and you look at teams like DK and LGD, and these are not the most adaptable teams either. So not only are they maybe not the most creative teams, but they're not necessarily good at dealing with a crazy draft that they're not expecting. And there was no one crazy hero for Rattlesnake, but it was just some unusual picks, like seeing a Naga, Ancient Apparition. We've seen these heroes on occasion in the Western scene. We've seen them on occasion in Asia, but just that particular draft, it's not something Rattlesnake's been running. We've seen a lot more Darkseer, Clockwork, Doom at times from them. This was, and even Visage. This was something very different from Rattlesnake.
Yeah, I don't actually think you can knock on Rattlesnake's individual skill anymore. You put a player like LANM who doesn't mid often, and he actually plays against Super who mids all the time, and absolutely destroys him in last hits.
Now, to be fair, that's a good matchup for TA. TA should dominate that matchup.
But the fact that it was that bad, and he shut down Super that much, and the fact that he was able to make so many clutch plays, and on top of that, Sagam's Earthshaker, those fissures, were pitch perfect. You're
And
never
the-
going to see anything more beautiful than
And
that.
we're seeing that that 100 range buff on Fissure is making all the difference.
Yeah.
It's making Fissure from occasionally game-breaking ability into something that, if you use it correctly, this is one of the most powerful level 1 abilities in the game, and it stays powerful throughout the game. The Fissure's had a huge impact. We saw it even in the game before. Perhaps the Age of Earthshaker is soon upon us.
Yeah, it's one of those heroes too that has kind of the potential for kind of boneheaded mistakes where you fissure in your own team. But we saw none of that this game.
I've never done that.
Oh,
I don't.
really?
I don't Fissure block
As
my
a perfect
teammates.
player, LD. Did you just wink?
Yeah.
I can't do that. You know that? Because my eyes are
can't
so
wink?
small? No, I'll show you, all right? It's like the other eye kind of follows because they're so like naturally closed down. Yeah, I can't do that. Stop doing that. Now it's like you're mocking me. Next, somebody's going to like ride a bike and snap their fingers because I can't do that either.
You can ride a bike now, though. We'll have a follow-up soon for Blitz rides a bike, but that's another story for another day. Blitz, in the end, we were both wrong. We both said 2-0 DK. Those predictions out the window.
I'm happy to be wrong. Those were exciting games.
But we're not done yet. Of course, it is a best of 2, and if you're DK, you just need one game here. If they can take this last game, they will be first place in Group A, which means they get seeded into the, I believe it's the semifinals of the winner's bracket. Either way, they don't start in that round of 8. They'll have an advantage, but they need to take this next game. If not, it comes down to tiebreakers, and Rattlesnake will have the same record as them, 5-3.
Yeah. And that's something that they don't want to get into.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation, guys. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be DK versus Rattlesnake, Game 2. We have one more set after that. Stay tuned.
What are all these huge stars doing in one comedy?
Do you still like creme brulee?
Do you still like fingers in your
Yeah, nice. Whatever the hell they...
Hey guys, we're back. About to start Game 2 of Rattlesnake versus DK. Game 1 started off pretty awesome. Rattlesnake took a insanely one-sided victory.
Yeah.
It was great.
Naga with mech and a blink dagger. If you haven't seen the
Yeah, that was
game,
cool.
I highly recommend you watch it if you want to see what it looks like when one really good team face rolls another really good team.
It's crazy. I mean, you guys even predicted 2-0. We thought it was going to be a one-sided